Get all you beautiful people, Daz from TDs and Threes here, and if you could click that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it, and a like for the video helps with the algorithm, helps more people see it. Smithy and I and TD, when we do NFL, are just good old Aussie fans of US sport, and we'd really appreciate any and all support that you guys can give us. That would be fantastic. In this little excerpt from our latest podcast, we update our MVP ladder, so comment below and let us know who you think should be leading the MVP, and most of all, enjoy. Get into the MVP. We've got a 3, 2, and 1 system. If you're from Australia watching this, kind of works like the Brownlow medal. If you are from outside of Australia, we go through the week by week stats, give out 3 votes for the best player of the week, 2 votes, then 1 vote, and that's it. So you need to have an A++. That is the minimum you need to get votes, and we'll show you the leaderboard as it stands now because since opening tip, mate, we've done the podcast version. It'll be good to get the visuals out there, but enough talking. Let's get into it. 1 vote, a man that we talked about before. There's these stats there, but Julius Randle is the man, 28.7 points. His 3-point shooting could use some work, but a man that big and that strong doesn't need to get behind the line. 15 rebounds, just nuts. Just under 8 assists, 3 double-doubles. That included a triple-double in there. The plus-minus, mate, probably kept him from getting votes. It's a tight race, but he took the piss this week.
Yeah, he was a monster this week, and he played the way New York have wanted him to play all year, dominating the rebounds. And I watched a lot of the game that he played against Portland, obviously being a Portland fan. So I watched pretty much all the game, and his ability to rip the rebound down and push the ball straight away down the floor, go coast to coast and score. So impressive. He's so quick for his size and obviously really tough to stop in transition. So if he can do that a bit more often, he's going to be a very, very valuable player down the stretch.
Definitely is, and I can understand the Knicks fans that do get a little bit frustrated with him late in games, but considering we're neutrals, mate, we're probably a bit more forgiving than the fans that watch him day in and day out, but that's a really impressive week. Let's get to the 2 votes now. You're going to look at these stats and listen to these stats in a minute, and you are going to wonder, how in the hell does this man not get the best of the week? But DeMar DeRozan, mate, picked up a 3-0 week. Good week by the Bulls. 37.7 points. Look at that. 60% from mid-range. The mid-range isn't dead, mate. We love to see it. Only took, I think, 1-3 for the entire week, so that 0 is probably not flattering him at all. But 94% from the free throw line. The man just gets it done. 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Almost a steal a game with a plus-minus of 10. I called for him to go to the Bulls, mate, and since he's been there, it has been an extraordinary ride for Bulls fans, and personally, I'm extremely happy for them, but I'm happier for DeMar. Bleacher Report had it as the worst free agency signing in the preseason, so a bit of egg on their face there, which I think they'd get reminded of consistently, but this man's going places, and the Bulls are going to be a contender in the East, not only because of him, but he's a very good reason why.
Yeah, that little Bleacher Report headline, if you will, that should be the banner for the Twitter page at Freezing Cold Takes, because that is that take has just gone absolutely nowhere for them. That's terrible. But a lot of people are saying that DeMar DeRozan's last 6 or 7 games has been the best, 6 weeks, a 6-game span by a Bull since Michael Jordan. That is how good he is playing at the moment. His scoring is just ridiculous. And as you said, he is like the one player keeping the mid-range alive. CJ McCollum was part of that mid-range club for a long time, but he's converted to a very heavy 3-point shooter. DeMar DeRozan does not take threes.
No.
All he does is deal in mid-ranges, and people can't stop him. So It's really good to see.
He only takes threes when he needs buzzer beaters, and they're the only time they go in, and he's just genuinely flying. He had the 2 in consecutive days, which we talked about. First time ever. CP3 is the only one that comes to mind, but he's averaging about as many assists as points at the moment, so he's not having the volume at all. So simply extraordinary from DeMar. But if you're thinking, who has had a better week than that? There are the stats on the screen. But Smithy, 39 points on 48% from the field, 44% from 3, 72% from the free throw line. Try saying that 5 times really fast. Just over 11 rebounds, just under 7 assists. The ball is in his hand more than you'd argue any player in the league. Nearly a block, 2 double-doubles, plus 6.7. Luka.
Yeah.
It's that
2 weeks in a row.
Yep. And then the only
So
votes he's got for the year. It's extraordinary.
yeah, he's making his run at the right time. If he can get the
Mm.
3 again next week,
Oh
oh
boy.
boy, you just watch out. It's going to get really interesting because he is on fire at the moment.
Yeah, moving forward, we'll probably put the leaderboard up just as the relevant players, but I think people need to see just what we're running with here, mate, because there is a name in that 2 vote that just makes me laugh every time I look at it. But as you can see there, Giannis and the Joker are tied on 11. Ja is on 9. He's been injured at the moment, mate, but he would appreciate the fact that he's still within a week of the leaders. Joel Embiid's there as well on 8. Harden, Luka, Steph, Devin Booker, Trae Young, DeMar back up to 4, so he's flying as well. And of course, Christian Wood, who his new nickname on this show should be the Outlier, but I love it. I love it so much. The man's a star.